Welcome back to another vintage story tutorial. This tutorial is on how to make leather. To start off with, you will only be able to make leather once you have a saw, because it requires barrels. So if you haven't reached the level of having a saw, you won't be able to make leather. So what will you need to make leather? Let's have a look. Firstly, you're going to need barrels. I would strongly recommend that you put a well near your barrels. And then you are going to need lime, or you can use powdered borax. You are going to need oak logs, and for tannin, which you're going to have to make, you cannot substitute other forms of wood. It has to be oak logs. And then of course you need hides. So step one is to make some weak tannin. Let's just make ourselves 3 barrels. Right. There we go. Now, the first task is to make weak tannin, which is 10 litres of water. That's 1 barrel full of water and 1 oak log. So let's take our barrel full of water and let's just pop it into there. You can see at the little box at the top, 10 litres of water. And to that we want to add 1 oak log. Okay. And in real life this does make tannin too. These processes are actually pretty good. So we click on here, we put our oak log in there. Okay, now you can see it looks like an oak log, and it says we'll turn 10 litres of weak tannin, turn into 10 litres of weak tannin after 24 hours of sealing. So we seal it. The next thing we need to do is to make some lime water. To make lime water, the wiki says that you need 1 unit of water and 1 lime. This is the wiki as of the date at which I'm making this tutorial. Now this is confusing because you normally can only manage water 10 litres at a time, because a bucket has 10 litres in it. So what you need to do is to take your bucket, make sure it's got some water in it, and then we're going to put it in. That's 10 litres of water. That's 10 units of water as I take it from the wiki. So you come into here. Now this is lime, and the lime has been acquired by crushing this one here. Limestone stone will crush into lime. You can crush it with a hammer, or you can use what I normally do, which is a quern. So if we take the lime, and we need 10 units, let's just measure that out. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, 10 litres of lime water. So it is 10 lime to 10 litres. And then the third ingredient you will need is strong tannin. At this point you've made 1 barrel of weak tannin and 1 barrel of lime water. The next thing you do is make a 2nd barrel of weak tannin, because the base for strong tannin is weak tannin. It's going to take 24 hours to make both barrels of tannin. So at this point you need to make 2 barrels of weak tannin and 1 barrel of lime water. Right, now that we've got our 3 liquids underway, we need to get on with the hide processing. Now, hides come in different shapes and sizes. I don't have any huge ones. I have large, medium, and small. So the different sized hides take different units of lime water, because the first thing you do is to soak them in lime water. The huge one takes 10 units, the large 6 units, the medium 4 units, and the small 2 units. We have our lime water, and we've got 10 litres of lime water, which would soak, it'll do a huge one or one large. Or we can put small in, we could put 5 small in. So you have to do your maths on this one, if you've only got 10 litres, as I have, as to what you want to do. So I think what I'll do is I will use 1 large. I mean, you can obviously multiply everything by 5 to get it correctly, but I'm just starting with the basic units because it's easier. So you soak it in lime water. So you click on here, you put your raw hide in there, and then it says that, yeah, there you are, 10 litres of lime water, 1 large hide will turn into 1 soaked hide large after 20 hours of sealing. So again, you seal the barrel. You will need strong tannin, so 10 units, and again it's talking about units of weak tannin, plus 1 oak log will make 10 units of strong tannin. Now you have to make weak tannin by sealing this for 24 hours. So obviously what you would do is to make a second barrel for the weak tannin, seal it for 24 hours. And I happen to have a barrel of weak tannin here, which has got 10 litres. So if I add an oak log to that, here, so this is 10 litres of weak tannin, and I made that earlier in the same way I've just shown you. We put the oak log in, here you are, will turn into 10 litres of strong tannin after 24 hours of sealing. So you need to seal that again. So that's put the hides in for sealing. Now when they've been in for the 20 hours, you will end up with soaked hides, okay? And again, I have prepared these earlier. When you have the soaked hide, you need a knife here, and you put the soaked hides in. I'm not sure, there you are, and it becomes a scraped hide. So let's do that. So just putting it in your crafting grid will turn it to a scraped hide. Once you have a scraped hide, you need to put it in the weak tannin solution. So and again, I have some weak tannin here that I've already got sorted out. And remember, it's only going to take 1 hide in here. So click on the barrel again, put our hide in there. There you are. That will turn into 1 prepared hide after 3 days of sealing. So we have to seal this for 3 days, but let's seal it. There we are. So already, as you can see, it takes the patience of a saint, this one. Well guys, we are at the end of a very long process, but finally our hide is done. Let's have a look. So if we look, this is at the end of 3 days. If we look in here, and there we have a prepared hide. However, there is one final step. We're still not there yet. Right, now we have a prepared hide, but what we need to do is one final soak. So we've got there's weak tannin there, and this is our strong tannin. So again, what we do is we put the prepared hide into the strong tannin and we seal. And then you probably saw that after 4.5 days, it will be ready. Well guys, our process is finally done. We have 3 leather. I have 2 tips at this stage. The first one is that you will be left quite a lot of solutions to work with. We've still got lime water, we've still got weak tannin there, we've got weak tannin there, and strong tannin there. So you can use up these solutions if you want to do more hides. So tip 1 is you don't have to get rid of the solution, you can use it. And tip 2 is that this is a very long process, so think about whether you are going to process your hides as you go, which is perfectly acceptable because you only use what solution you need. You can keep it for the future, or you can power up, multiply all this up, and then do whole barrels of different hides at the same time. And I think the choice between those 2 options basically depends on your gathering rate of hides. Well, I hope you found that tutorial useful, and I hope it makes some of the processes a little bit clearer. It's long and it's drawn out and it takes patience, but this is your route to getting backpacks. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, please leave a like and consider subscribing to me. Bye bye.